Somewhere in ancient Alexandria stood a room holding almost everything humanity had ever written. Here's the strange part. It didn't burn down in one afternoon. It vanished slowly over 700 years, and almost no one noticed it was gone. In the 3rd century BCE, Egypt's Ptolemaic kings built something the world had never seen, a library meant to collect every book that existed in every language under one roof. Ships docking in Alexandria's harbor were searched, not for treasure, but for scrolls. Any book on board was copied, and sometimes the copy was returned instead of the original. By 48 BCE, hundreds of thousands of scrolls filled its halls. Then Julius Caesar set fire to his own ships in the harbor to save himself, and the flames spread into the warehouses along the docks, where an unknown number of scrolls burned. Historians still argue how much was truly lost that day. But everyone agrees on this. The library survived the fire. What it didn't survive was everything that came after. Under Roman rule, funding dried up. Scholars drifted away to other cities. The great research center that once paid the world's brightest minds to think slowly began running out of reasons to exist. 2 centuries later, war returned. In the 270s CE, the Emperor Aurelian crushed an uprising in Alexandria, and the fighting tore through the Bruttian Quarter, the neighborhood where the original library once stood. What was left of it didn't survive the siege, but a second collection endured, a daughter library inside the Temple of Serapis, still holding tens of thousands of scrolls, still open to anyone determined to read. By the 4th century, Alexandria had become a city on edge, old gods and new religion colliding in its streets, and the temple that housed the last scrolls stood right in the middle of it. In 391 CE, a mob led by Bishop Theophilus stormed the Serapeum and tore it down. Whatever scrolls remained inside were destroyed along with the building. It wasn't an accident. It wasn't a war. It was a decision. One woman kept the tradition of the library alive a little longer. Hypatia, a mathematician and philosopher who taught astronomy and geometry in the city's lecture halls. In 415 CE, she was murdered by a religious mob in the street. Her death is often remembered as the moment the ancient world's love of open inquiry finally went dark in Alexandria. Within a few generations, there was no library left to destroy, no fire, no famous villain, just centuries of neglect, until the greatest collection of knowledge in the ancient world simply faded into memory. Today, scholars only know some of what vanished through the citations of writers who once read those scrolls, echoes of lost plays, lost histories, lost ideas. Somewhere right now, another great archive of human knowledge is aging quietly, waiting to find out if we do any better this time.